Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Thursday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, go to Brock. You need a roof? Call Parish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, On Fire Athletes platform powered by GameCoin. We appreciate y'all for being here with us. Hope your Thursday's off to a great start. The madness begins today. How many of you are going to be playing hooky today? Go this way. Look who's awake. Somebody's awake. Somebody had to go potty, and so he's awake. Anyway, so we'll have about 17,000 go this ways during the show today. But you know what? I'm here for it. Madness begins today. Hope everybody's ready. Hope you all enjoy if you're playing hooky today or if you're going to be trying to follow along with games from your desk or your work, wherever you may be. Hope you enjoy the day. I'll be at work, regular normal work day for it. Shaboy. Couple things. Tristan Keys, 5-star, number one wide receiver in the country, commits to LSU on Wednesday. 6'2", 185, looks the part, and everybody in the country wanted him. Has offers from everybody. There's kind of the the cynical point of view, like, I'm not going to get excited. Someone's just going to give him a bunch of money. He's going to leave. I'll tell you why I feel differently, and certainly that's a possibility. Certainly. The Bryce Underwood thing certainly changed. You want to say good morning? You want to say hi, Dad Show?
Go this way.
Go this way. Sun's out, guns out? Huh? Sun's out, guns out? I love you. What did we say?
Hi, Dad Show.
Well, that was very polite. And? Okay. And now we're gone. Okay. The whole Underwood thing really changed LSU's entire approach with NIL and the portal and everything. High school recruiting and spending and all that. So LSU's in a much more competitive financial spot now than they were then. And then they have other things to offer, right? Yeah, it's why you committed. You have playing time to offer when you look at the number of guys that are going to be leaving from that receiver room this year. Obviously, a great track record of your receivers in the NFL, which is such a huge selling point at that position for LSU for recruiting right now. What?
Blower.
It's a blower. Okay. Blue. Dude's walking around in his onesie. No pants. Whatever. He's just here to party. I don't know what we're talking about. Anyway, Tristan Keys, great get for LSU. We'll see if they can hang on to him. Like last year, at one point, you had the number one quarterback, number one running back, number one receiver all committed, and Harlan Berry is the only of the three that ended up staying in the class. So you got work to do to get to December and get him signed, but you'd rather have him committed than not committed because every other school now is chasing you. So love it. And Will Wade, NC State, how about it? Texted the general yesterday. Congrats. Pulling for, man. Hope he crushes it up there. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Christian, good morning. Cody, good morning. Brian Penton from Hubbard, Ohio State. All right, man. Thomas, how rude. All Thomas did was say good morning. What's so rude? Hey, Bubba, good morning. Kelly Gross, Abner Neal, good morning. Hey, Raphael, good morning. Keys, the real deal. Looks like it, man. Those 5-star guys have a tendency of hitting at a pretty high rate. Hey, Gray, good morning. Cautiously optimistic about the number one receiver. Remember having the same commitment last year. That's DeCorian Moore. So again, like there's the skepticism I think that people are going to have. Hard to get too excited this early. Like Man, if you're afraid of getting your heart broken, then you'll never love. But that's a crappy way to go through life. Enjoy the wins. And right now, the number one receiver in the country said, yeah, I'm coming to your school. That's awesome. Celebrate it. Yes, be excited. Be excited for the Pied Piper effect. Be excited that he's in the class. Be excited for what it means about your program, able to get a commitment from that guy. And that you're at a spot with NIL and rev share and all this stuff where you can do it. There's plenty to be excited about. Commits flip all the time. Look, you got a 5-star lineman on signing day last year in Solomon Thomas that you didn't have committed. So strikes and gutters, portal giveth, portal taketh away. I know this is recruiting, but anyway, go this way. What are you doing? Go this way. But yes, be excited. How many SEC teams do you make the Final Four? I don't know, man. I did I do one bracket. I don't do lots of brackets. I do one bracket. I don't care about people's bracket. Don't tell me about your bracket. Don't tell me that your bracket's busted. Don't tell me what upset you picked. I don't care. Nobody else does either. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So I do one bracket. I take about 60 seconds to do it. And how it lands, it lands. And I think I ended up at Auburn, Florida, Tennessee, and Duke, maybe. So 3. Hey, Bubba. Morning, Scone. Nurse. Who cares about basketball when the Tigers are playing Texas in baseball this weekend? Well, they don't play today. You do have basketball today. Hey, Nicholas Cross, good morning. Billy Weeks, good morning. Thomas, you know what? Let's crank it up, Dale. It's 7:30. Drew's already awake, but let's get it.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Right. Parish Construction and Roofing. Lots of bad weather came through last weekend. If you were part of that, if you need any help, we would love to help you out. Go to ParishBuilt.com. ParishBuilt.com. We'd love to help you out. Parish Construction and Roofing. Do business with someone you know. All right. Sean, good morning. Hey, Juice, good morning. Driving from San Antonio to Bossier City. All right, man, be safe on the road. Brett, good morning, Matt and Drew. Put those weapons away. Oh, dude, sun's out, guns out, bro. He's so scrawny, too. Drew X, what's up, my dude? Good morning. Yep. Gray, it is this is an actual appropriate use of irony. Losing Bryce Underwood, which was and felt awful and overtly negative, ended up being the thing. This overt negative ended up being the thing that's probably going to be the biggest positive for you. Living his he is. It's all he knows how to do. What a way to live, right? I mean, we should all aspire to be like Drew because all he does is just live his best life. You don't know anything different, man. Hey, Brian Wynn, good morning. Mark, good morning. Yeah, Will Wade to NC State. Excited for him. Excited to watch Pat Forty's head explode and laugh at that. So, yeah, good on Will Wade, man. Hey, Tiger Poppy, go this way. Hey, Johnette, good morning, Team Drew. That's an OG Team Drewer right there with Johnette. She's been Team Drew a long time. Ryan, even if he signs, it would be hard to be excited because you have to cross your fingers for the next 3 years. Okay. Cool. Then don't be excited about it. Don't be excited about getting a 5-star. Don't be excited at all. Don't be excited about the team. Don't be excited about anything. Just walk around like, who is that character in the comics with the cloud over his head at all time? Just be that guy. Don't ever be excited about good things that happen. Oh, well, what's going to happen 3 years from now? Who cares what's going to happen 3 years from now? Today, you got the number one receiver in the country that committed to your program. And by the way, you're trying to get a quarterback for 2026. You know what's going to help with that? Having the number one receiver in the country committed to your program. Oh, what about if 3 years from now we leave? Who cares? Worry about that when you get there. Hey, Jeff, good morning. 3 years. 3 years. Who cares? It used to be, well, guys would say 4. Like, guys would say 4. Oh, they're going to leave early for the draft. Who cares? When now? Hey, Robbie, good morning. Do you think Will Wade made a mistake announcing he's leaving McNeese for NC State before the tournament game? Nope. And he hasn't announced he's leaving, by the way. He was asked in a press conference if he had spoken to NC State, and he said yes. And he said he's very transparent with his team, and they talk about it. And no, I don't think him leaving for NC State I understand the question. It's a fair question because a lot of times you hear about coaches that have accepted a job and it's a distraction for their current team. Look, McNeese is an underdog against Clemson. They may lose this game either way, but I think specifically with Wade, for the time he's been there at McNeese, he's been very transparent with his team about his goals, where they're going. He's talked about how transparent he's been. And that's been good. But the flip side of it is he's also transparent with them so as to say, hey, look, come here for a year, ball out, and then go get paid at the Power 4 level. So that's been a two-way street. Patrick, first round game start today. Super pumped. Congratulations to Wade on getting the NC State gig. At least he isn't coaching against LSU in the SEC. That is the biggest point of this. Because as tough as this league already is, the last thing in the world you needed was Wade going to Texas. Let's see. Mark, Zion of the Pels won last night. I actually listened to a chunk of the game last night on the radio. Shout out to Graf and JD for the call. Yeah, was not really excited about them winning that game. Ryan, morning, Matt. What's your opinion if Kelly doesn't make the playoffs this year? How bad do you think the fan base will melt? Ryan, I don't try to speak for fans and what the fan base may do, but I mean, I've been pretty consistent on this, Ryan. I think you probably agree just by the nature of the question. You gotta make the playoff this year. You're all in to make the playoff this year. You've got Nuss back for 5th year. You went ham in the portal. Number 1 portal class, top 10 high school class. I mean, if you can't go 10-2 with this roster and with this level of commitment, it's fair to say win. Because in 2026, you're losing Nuss, you're losing basically all these transfers. I mean, it is a big old reset in 2026. So how much longer does it take you to build it back up again? It's just got to be this year. Hey, Seth, good morning. Brad, that was funny interaction Wade had with Cobble. I forgot about that. What's your question? Hey, Lowell, good morning. Mark, Go This Way shirt sponsored by Paris Construction, available for fans soon. Hey, Mark, they are available. One of our viewers made them. They're at 929 Misfits. There's several different designs for Go This Way shirts. 929misfits.com. That's our merch store. Let's see. I think it's on the ESPN page. Yep, there it is. There you go. I'll post it in there. Go this way. Tiger Diver. Still think we drop the series this weekend. I do, Tiger Diver. I'm going to take Texas to win 2 this weekend. I hope the Tigers go out there and prove me wrong. I just think this is one of those ones on the road against a team with a really good pitching staff. Some of the issues that you've had commanding the zone, I hope they put it together this weekend for sure. Boy, if you can go out there and win behind Kate Anderson on Friday, and if that happens, I would really like your odds of splitting Saturday, Sunday, and taking the series. You got a real big challenge tomorrow, though. Seth, 60 seconds is crazy work to fill out a bracket. Seth, I give it no thought. It's just tap, 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 tap. Like there was no thought at all. Hey, David, good morning. RB, morning. Prediction of the Tigers this weekend in Austin. Don't think Texas as good as they think. Yeah, I wouldn't think that Tuesday should weigh anything on what you feel. Y'all know my feeling on midweek games. I mean, Tennessee's the best team in college baseball, and they lost this week to East Tennessee. I mean, the thing about Texas is they've struggled a bit offensively. They have really good frontline pitching. They don't have depth in the bullpen. So if you get past their frontline pitching, get into their bullpen, got a great chance. Hey, Trivia, good morning. Thomas, breaking records every day. Get some, Dale. Robbie, do you see Wade winning a championship at NC State? Oh, I don't know. Look, they made the Final Four last year, so sure. Guy Brooks, good morning. Was Master P at UNO baseball game? I have no idea if he was there. And by the way, the other thing is funny about Wade. It's funny how soon some forget. Like there were a lot of LSU fans that crushed Will Wade for lack of X and O ability. Like that was a huge narrative around Wade. He could recruit, he get all the players, he's a rah-rah guy, but he can't coach on the floor. Like that was a huge narrative around Wade. It's funny how that seems to have been forgotten. Garrett, do you ever pay for guests to come on your show, or is it connections and favors? Yeah, it's a professional courtesy. So there's some times where you can work a deal where you'll get a segment sponsored, and so the guest can make talent for the time if it's consistent. So like for example, during the football season when Mike Triplett comes on, that's sponsored by Benny's Car Wash. Well, Mike Triplett gets paid a talent fee for that from Benny's because they're specifically sponsoring that segment. So there's instances like that. Peter Burns did a deal with Blue Delta Jeans, so I'll let him mention Blue Delta when he comes on. Kind of like it's his deal with them to go on all the shows. I'm like, yeah, come on. So he comes on weekly, mentions that. But as far as me paying, no. Hey, Pat, good morning. Austin Kidder, good morning. Eric Hart, good morning. One of the greatest days of the year. Jesse, good morning. Glad to see Wade get the opportunity, landed back on his feet. Congratulations to him and his family. Absolutely. It's always this conflicting part with Wade because he broke the rules. It's the speeding analogy, right? Every car in the interstate speeding, but if the officer puts the radar on you and pulls you over, you were speeding. You were one of everybody that was speeding, but you were speeding. I mean, that's kind of the thing with Wade. I mean, everyone was doing it. He got caught. He was careless. And it stinks. And he paid a heavy price for it. Lost the LSU gig. Spent a year on a basketball. The last 2 years have been at McNeese. He's found his way back because he's really good at what he does. Hey, Quentin, good morning. Thomas, just thought you should know there's another Matt doing an immediate LSU baseball postgame show. He's always talking about some lights company. We need a plot to take him down. No, that's Musso. That's Musso who sponsors. That's Musso who's the producer of AFR, my radio show. So, I mean, we did all that through Guarantee. Musso at the box. Yeah, great job. You can watch both. Hey, Jude. Texas basketball probably will part ways with Terry. We dodge Will Wade to Texas. Whew. That's the big one. I think I told you several weeks ago, man. There were influential people at Texas that wanted Will Wade to be their coach. Now, Texas made the NCAA tournament. It'll be interesting to see what Texas does, they lost the playing game last night to Xavier, which I guess is what you're referring to. So they probably do move on, and it's why, honestly, NC State was very smart. It's why do you fire your coach early? For that reason. Like you get a head start. Anyway. All right, a couple more minutes here. Brant, Tigers taking 2 out of 3 this weekend. I think so. I don't, Brant. I have Texas winning the series this weekend. I think LSU gets one. If LSU goes out and you look, man, neither of your starters made it through 4 last weekend against the worst team in the conference. That puts tremendous stress on your bullpen. And you're going to face frontline starting pitching for the first time all year on the road. It's just not a great recipe. So I hope they go out and Ianson and Shores are awesome and the bats are alive this weekend. I just feel like there's a lot, especially on the road, that I still got to see from this team. Will Wade have any favorite basketball team? Thoughts on DeVries admitting his move to Indiana was done prior to West Virginia's season being over? I don't even know. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, man. Matt, good morning. Go this way. Brian Wynn, congrats to Southern women's basketball on their victory in the NCAA tournament. Miracle, got my weekend tickets for LSU Texas baseball. No, I'm not going to be there in Austin. So I'll be here in BR. But if you make it to BR, let me know. Always love seeing and meeting morning Sconers. So if you're ever around BR, y'all let me know. We're around. Would love to say hi and meet everybody. Paris Construction Roofing on the Dome floor next weekend for the New Orleans Home and Garden Show. Okay. Are we going to be there for sure? That's great. Love to hear that. That's like not my that's not my area of expertise, I guess. Role in the business, put it to you that way. So, but yeah, I'm fired up. Let's go. Let's drive some business. Hey, Rex, how come LSU doesn't go after school's 2026 quarterback? I mean, they are. But you also have to have the money to be able to poach the way LSU did for Underwood, or Michigan did for Underwood. But they are. They're absolutely recruiting quarterbacks. Hey, you're just late to the party. Hey, Dad, good morning. Brian, 2 out of 3 would be nice. Bullpen needs to do better than they did the last several games. Not on the bullpen. Your starters. Ianson and Shores didn't make it out of the 4th against Missouri. Like, you're going to need a better performance from your starters to extend deeper into the game so you don't tax your bullpen. Hey, Rocky, good morning. Barry, good morning. All right, I got to go, y'all. Thanks so much for being here at 746. Y'all have a great day. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. All of our sponsors linked in the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. Locked on LSU is live, so please go check that out. YouTube podcast, Locked on LSU. And we'll see you for AFR 3.